The episode opens with Marinette repeating to herself, "I'm not scared, I can do this," trying to gather courage for what's ahead. We quickly shift to the mayor announcing Project Oxygen, a supposedly revolutionary plan to end pollution. But before the event can go on, a group of young protesters starts chanting, "Stop Project Oxygen." Among them are Milan and Ivan, two classmates who refuse to back down because the project involves cutting down the city's trees. The police are told to remove them, even though they're just kids. Marinette watches this unfold, unsure whether to transform or not. Usually, superheroes deal with villains, not their own city's leadership. At school, their teacher explains that the protest was actually a sit-in to block a bulldozer. This leads Marinette and her friends to look closer at Project Oxygen. On paper, it sounds amazing, transforming pollution into fresh air and selling it in designer containers made by none other than Gabriel Agreste. But Milan points out the problem. To make this work, the city is planning to cut down actual trees, nature's best air filters, and replace them with artificial towers. These towers will clean the air and then sell it back to citizens in plastic bottles. So not only are they removing trees, they're creating more plastic waste. It's a classic example of a flashy solution hiding real damage underneath. As the mayor's ceremony begins, Milan and the others protest again. Officer Roger is caught between following orders and listening to the kids. The mayor brushes off all objections, calling the project eco-friendly, just because it has a pretty label and uses recycled wood from the trees they're cutting down. Marinette's classmates realize that Milan and Ivan were right all along. They've been protesting for 6 months, but nobody really listened. Now, with everyone united, the protest grows stronger. The mayor refuses to stop, but the resistance also grows louder. Meanwhile, Shadow Moth sees an opportunity. The mayor, frustrated that his authority is being challenged and his plans are falling apart, becomes the perfect target for akumatization. Shadow Moth gives him the power to create a mega LEECH clone army, allowing him to be everywhere at once and force citizens to support Project Oxygen. Suddenly, mini versions of the mayor spread across Paris, brainwashing people with the slogan, "Long live Project Oxygen, my fellow citizens." Marinette and her friends retreat into the sewers. Milan admits she's terrified of darkness, humidity, germs, and even mice. But she also remembers how she overcame her fear to protest earlier that day. Fear is natural, but it can be overcome. This theme becomes crucial later. Marinette transforms into Ladybug, and the battle against the dictator-like mayor clones begins. The heroes quickly realize that defeating just one villain won't work, because there are millions of clones. It's exactly like fighting pollution. There's no single miracle solution. It takes many small actions working together. Ladybug decides Milan has what it takes to become a hero. She gives her the mouse Miraculous, telling her that true courage isn't the absence of fear. It's facing it anyway. Milan, who's collected badges for overcoming each of her fears, accepts and transforms, ready to fight. With her power of multiplication, she spreads her clones throughout Paris to free citizens from the mayor's control, while Ladybug and Cat Noir take on the main Centimonster. As the team grows, we see other heroes join the battle. Pegasus teleports everyone into action, Ryuko and Carapace provide support, and together they defeat the Centimonster and purify the Akuma. Ladybug restores the city, and the mayor is given a magical charm to prevent future akumatization. He apologizes for his actions, admitting the project will need to be reviewed by experts. Milan gets praised for her bravery. She's not the loudest or the strongest, but she stood up for something important and inspired others to act. Shadow Moth, however, vows that this isn't the end. He lost this battle, but he's already planning the next. The episode closes with the mayor planting a tree alongside the students, a symbolic gesture showing that real solutions often come from cooperation, not shortcuts. Even Adrien stands up to his father, saying he didn't oppose him as a son, but as someone who wants to protect Paris and the planet. This is a powerful moment, Adrien choosing what's right over family loyalty. Before you go, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Your support gives us the motivation to keep creating more amazing and beautiful videos for you.